All right, so it was common in the days of Christ, and I think it's still common to some extent, for people to assume that if someone is going through a time of suffering, if someone is sick, if bad things are happening in their life, God must be punishing them. Now, on the one hand, in Scripture, we definitely see a connection between sin and suffering. That goes without saying. There is the principle that you reap what you sow, right? What do unbelievers call this? The unbelievers have a different word that they use for this. What is it? Karma. Karma, right. Hey, no born-again Christian should be using the word karma. And let me explain why. And hey, if you have, I'm not mad at you. I'm just explaining to you why you shouldn't use it, okay? But that's the idea. They think that, what goes around comes around. That's karma. You do bad things, it's going to come back to bite you. Well, that might be true to a certain degree. Here's the thing about karma. Karma is a part of Eastern religion. And from what I understand, it has to do with reincarnation. So people do bad things, they're storing up bad karma. It doesn't come back to you in this life. It causes you in the next life, when you're reincarnated, to come back as a snail or a worm or something. Maybe not like that, but you understand, karma has nothing to do with this life. It's for the next life in reincarnation. So we shouldn't be using that term. That's not true, obviously. But yeah, it's true that you reap what you sow. That's valid. What goes around comes around. There's some truth to that. Well, here's one point you can make if you take notes. Here's one reason, there's many reasons, one reason we want to obey Christ. It helps to minimize suffering. If you rebel against God and know His commandments and break them, and you do that on an ongoing basis, if you're a child of God, you're going to be punished by God. That's without question. That's what the Bible teaches. So we want to obey Christ to minimize that kind of suffering.